All right, Jim McCarthy with McCarthyDrives.com here today at Deerfield Beach, Toyota with Mr. Craig
Sabarese.
Nice Irish boy.
Forget about it.
Today we're in a 2016 Toyota RAV4 from Toyota of Deerfield Beach here in Florida. And tell me a little bit about it.
This is the Toyota RAV4 SE trim level, and it is the beautiful, most popular color electric blue that there is available on the Toyota lineup now.
That's the one thing I'm noticing, is that a lot of the car manufacturers are now coming out with colors that are really popping. Toyota especially, they've really, I think, upped their game in the past couple of years. Isn't that kind of the case?
I would absolutely agree. Going from the electric blue color that we're driving in to the red or the new hot lava color, which is like a pearl orange that changes colors in the sunlight.
Right.
It's absolutely amazing how they're fine-tuning, what the consumer wants.
Right on.
This is a 4-cylinder, 178 horsepower Toyota motor.
What's the fuel mileage on it?
On the average driver, it's 25 city, 29 highway MPG.
Well, that's pretty good for an SUV. That's really good.
It's not so bad for a vehicle.
And the thing is that it's a Toyota. I think you'll be able to drive the wheels off of this thing.
Oh, forget about it. So the SE was brought back from the dead. They resurrected it this year for the 2016 model year. And what they did with this car is actually very interesting. They put 18-inch machine alloy wheels on it that are black with silver accents. And they put a different nose on the vehicle to distinguish it from the LE, the XLE, and the limited model. So it gives it a little bit more of a sporty look, and what they're trying to appeal to, in just my opinion, my humble opinion, is the 25 to 39-year-old market, where they're giving them the almost like soccer mom SUV, but they're turning it into a little bit of a racing SUV with a sporty look and a sporty feel.
Now, I am noticing that it is a relatively quiet car. Are they doing anything special to the vehicles that quiet them down?
Yes, they have. Some of our vehicles now are coming with double pane windshields.
Okay.
Some of our vehicles are also coming with the new NVH technology, which is a foam that they put inside the doors, on the floor of the vehicle between the frame and the carpet, and also in the firewall between the dashboard and the motor.
Okay.
And what that's doing is kind of insulating the outside noise and the road noise from the car.
Right.
And
like here.
Correct.
Like the drawbridge, you hear that?
Yes.
Very minimal penetration.
Yes.
Can I say that? Penetration.
You can use it.
And I apologize ahead of time for the moobs here. I like wearing the shirt of the dealership that I'm reviewing. They're so popular, the shirts and the dealership, that they're out of double fat and fat shirts, the large and extra large.
I ate them all.
So I had to go with a medium. Okay? I'm wearing a medium. I'm not a small guy. I just noticed here you've got the blind spot monitoring.
I particularly picked this vehicle because it did have it. Two different versions of the SE. The vehicle that we're riding in today, which is a base SE, which has blind spot monitoring added to it. And then you can get a SE RAV4 with the ATT package, which will give you the tech package, dynamic cruise control, radar pre-collision, navigation, blind spot monitoring, lane departure, and so on.
So you can get dynamic cruise control on this where the car will match the speed of the car in front of you.
That's correct.
There's actually a lot of room in the back seats here.
So I am a 5'10", 229-pound guy.
Okay.
And myself sitting in the back seat of this vehicle with the front seats fully put to the rear of the track as far back as they could go.
Right.
And I absolutely have perfect leg room, and I'm an average, American male, my height, my weight. All our RAV4s, including the LE, all the way up to the Limited, the rear seats recline almost 25 degrees.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Now, is it a 60-40 split?
60-40 split.
Okay, so you have that said person in the back. You can fold down the 60% portion, have more cargo area, and also have them a comfortable area to sit.
Absolutely.
Very dynamic. I noticed you have the power lift gate, which isn't all too common on a lot of, I guess, mainline vehicles that you see. You saw it in the luxury market for many years, but now they're bringing it to the mainline as far as what I can see.
The LE just comes with a mechanical do-it-yourself up and down tailgate. Then the XLE will have the power liftgate in some models, and the SE and the limited version of the RAV4 now all come with the power liftgate and with the option to turn it on and off.
All right. This is the fun part. I get to take it for a drive.
Nice.
You got the power seats in it?
On that side, yes.
8-way.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm noticing in a lot of cars, they're doing the Napa leather on the steering wheel. And this is yet another premium feature you can get on the SC that we're driving. They started introducing the Napa leather on steering wheels back in 13, 14, that time frame.
That's
and
correct.
Basically what happens is I'm seeing how they wear. If you remember a typical leather wrapped steering wheel, they kind of wear a little bit more quickly, I guess you could say. On the Napa leather steering wheels, they really do have a long lifespan.
One of the great things about the Napa leather too, especially here in southern Florida, it's more resistant to the sun and the heat as well. Yes.
That's great. Paddle shifters, standard on the SC.
Yes, it is.
And a really nice array of controls on the steering wheel. You have your, I guess your different display controls over here for your
Message center, yes.
Message center. Audio off. You got your audio controls.
It'll give you any error messages in the car, meaning maintenance, tire lights, and so on. Then you go into the vehicle settings, push button start.
Yeah, the push button start.
Keyless entry and push button start, both for male and female Americans in the United States, is probably one of the biggest sought after features in a vehicle.
It's convenient.
Yes.
Mega convenient.
That's correct.
Heated seats. Look at that.
Heated seats standard in an SE because you need that in southern Florida.
Yeah.
And you also have your eco mode and your sport mode, which will give you more power and less power. What I explain to folks when I'm demoing the car is that if you're going over to the West Coast and you're on Alligator Alley, you throw it in eco mode, the car will level out the compression in the motor, which will give you better fuel economy. And then people ask me, what's the sport button for? I tell them when you're late for work. And then you have your USB and your 2.5 jack or your aux cord jack. So our USB ports recognize USB sticks, or the dip sticks, the information memory sticks.
Right.
You can put all your music on that stick and plug it in here, and some folks don't have all you can eat data plans on their phones and they want to stream music to their car. Well, I had 4,000 CDs. I put them all on a 1 terabyte stick, and now I plug it into my truck. You
have everything with you.
And I have all my music there, and I'm not using the data on my phone.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever driven a RAV4, believe it or not.
You might fall in love with it.
Hey, you never know.
I had to do a dealer trade on one when I first started working here up to the Bureau and back.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I was doing 110 like it was nothing. No, I'm kidding, Mr. Palmer. I'm kidding.
It's a really nice contoured feel to the steering wheel. It just kind of fits your hands really nicely. I'm in eco mode, so I'm going to put this in sport mode and see what that's like. I notice the RPMs kick up.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot more pep with the
sport mode. Yeah, totally.
We sat in the car and instantly started rattling off what happened to you when you were a police officer. How many stitches and bullets did you take?
Oh boy, 1,147 stitches, 38 broken bones, 2 stab wounds, 1 gunshot wound, and then 2 gunshots to the vest, both in the rear and the front.
Now, with getting hit with a bullet with a vest on, what does that feel like?
It's like getting hit by a sledgehammer.
Right. Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. 2 separate occasions. Kevlar never lies.
So, police business almost as safe as the car business.
Yeah. It depends on who you ask.
Craig, this is a great car. And I guess the next thing is to see what the backup camera looks like. We're putting in reverse. So you got the markers on it, which come with a lot of different things. Oh, and it actually turns.
Yeah, it gives you a lineup pattern or a trace pattern of what you're backing into.
Oh, no. Pull right up, and that red line just basically gives you about, about 6 to 9 inches
yeah, so
space?
What I tell all the customers is outside the red, you're good. Inside the red, you're dead.
thanks for the ride, man.
Thanks, brother.
Good
I
to meet you.
appreciate it.
And McCarthyDrives.com. Sitting here with Craig from Toyota of Deerfield Beach.
Just come in and ask for forget about it.
The guy from Brooklyn.
Oh.